So the Punisher One Last Kill is packed with references to the Netflix Marvel era, classic Punisher comics, and even future MCU projects, making it feel both like a farewell and a fresh beginning for John Manthal's Frank Castle. The special opens with Frank standing in front of a massive murder board filled with names, photos, and criminal connection, immediately reminding fans of the wall scene throughout both seasons of Netflix Punisher series. But this time there's a major difference. Frank tears everything down, symbolizing that his original mission of hunting everyone connected to his family's murder is finally complete. The story reveals Frank has been hiding out in Little Sicily, a neighborhood pulled directly from Punisher's comic where the powerful Gnocchi crime family operates. Fans of Gareth Ennis' iconic Max run will instantly recognize the connection, especially once Gnocchi's restaurant appears. In the comics, the restaurant was a major mob headquarters, and the MCU version becomes another reminder of Frank's brutal war on organized crime. One of the biggest emotional callbacks comes through Curtis Hoyle. Actor Jason Moore reprises his role from the Netflix series as Frank is haunted by memories of his past. Curtis was one of the only people who ever tried killing Frank Hill instead of Kill, making his appearance here especially meaningful as Frank questions what his life has become. The MCU also sneaks in a fun New York reference with the classic blue and white Greek coffee cup reading, "We are happy to serve you." It's a real life New York design that quietly appeared in multiple Marvel projects, including Daredevil, Hawkeye, Spider Man No Way Home, and Thor Ragnarok. Frank later visits the grave of his wife Maria and his children in the same cemetery first seen in Daredevil Season 2, the exact place where audiences originally meet John Bernthal's Punisher. The scene becomes even more heartbreaking once the special references one batch, two batch, penny and dime, the rhyme tied to Frank's daughter Lisa, and one of the most iconic emotional motifs from the Netflix series. Kelly Barrett also returns as Maria Castle in a flashback sequence while Frank's nightmare revisits the Central Park carousel where his family was murdered. That same carousel was also the location of Frank's final showdown with Billy Russo in season 1, the fight that transformed Russo into Jigsaw. In a touching real life detail, Frank's daughter Lisa is played by John Bernthal's actual daughter Adie Bernthal. Right after seeing her, Frank breaks down screaming, "No, no, no, wait," which directly mirrors a famous nightmare scene from Netflix Punisher that became heavily discussed online over the years. The main villain of the special is Ma Gnocchi, played by Judith Light. Comic readers immediately recognized her as one of the Punisher's most notorious enemies from Garth Ennis' Mac stories. The MCU confirms Frank has already killed multiple members of the Groening family, including Benny, Bobby, Eddie, and Carlo. Even more interesting, the special quietly connects all the way back to episode 1 of Netflix Punisher series, where Tony Gnocchi was killed during Frank's attack on a mob card game. Unlike the comics, though, the MCU changes Mark Gnocchi's fate significantly. In the original storyline, Frank throws her into a polar bear enclosure at the zoo. Here, Frank ultimately chooses saving an innocent family over pursuing revenge, showing major character growth and hinting that his war is finally evolving beyond pure vengeance. Another major surprise comes with Karen Page's cameo. Deborah Ann Wolf briefly appears as one of Frank's hallucination, reinforcing how important Karen remains in his life. Their relationship was always one of the emotional core of the Netflix era, and the cameo also quietly confirms Karen and Matt Murdock are likely together again in the MCU timeline. The ending then sets up Frank's future. After rediscovering a reason to keep fighting, Frank appears with a cleaner haircut, his classic skull vest, and his iconic battle van straight from the comics. The new look perfectly matches his appearance in the first trailer of Spider-Man Brand New Day, teasing his upcoming team up with Peter Parker. That final tease also has a fun behind-the-scene connection. John Manthal and Tom Holland have reportedly been close friends for years and even helped each other tape auditions for their MCU role long before becoming Marvel stars. Now, after all this year, Frank Castle is finally heading to the big screen MCU alongside Spider-Man. Thank you for watching. Bye.